The world is changing. Many of us know that the next 20 years will be nothing like the last 20 years. We know the challenges we face, the problems that humanity faces. These challenges range from global economic collapse to a dwindling food supply that is mostly contaminated by chemicals and additives. The problems are always highlighted by the pundits, but what about the solutions? How do we take on this criminal government? How do we take down the banking cartels that have seized our economy? How do we end the medical dictatorship? How do we ensure that the dinosaur mainstream media finally joins the ranks of the saber-toothed cats and the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Here is how I think we can defeat the system. It starts with money. Where do you bank? Is your money held at one of the 6 big mega banks that got trillions in taxpayer-funded bailouts, that have created quadrillions in worthless paper derivatives? Are you part of the ever-expanding money supply by using debit and credit cards? You didn't know that every time you swipe your card, that new money spent is new money created and pumped into the system? Hence, more interest for the bankers? No wonder they always want us to spend more. That's always the solution to the economy. Go out and spend more money, rack up more debt. Why not unplug from the system? Use currency, fiat currency, for your daily purchases as needed, and limit your banking to small local banks and credit unions. Store your wealth not in fiat currency, but in real money. Gold and silver. Every time you buy precious metals, it basically takes those funds out of circulation, putting more pressure on the bankers' money Ponzi schemes. No honest money. No honest banking system. Where do you buy goods and services? Do you shop at Walmart and Home Depot and then say, well, we should buy American? Many claim Buy America, but they consume cheap Chinese crap that kills their dogs, infects their homes with defective drywall. Even the toothpaste is dangerous. Our politicians, in fact, care about us so much, they may soon allow Chinese prescription drugs to enter the country. Can you fucking believe this? How about your economy? Yeah, we know that the US and the European banker-run economies are falling apart, but what about you? What are you doing about it? Are you taking advice from other YouTubers or pundits that basically live in their parents' basements and are collecting unemployment checks? Is that who you take investment advice from? Or are you learning from successful people who've had ideas that changed their communities, changed their lives, invented that widget that sold in the marketplace? During the Great Depression, there were many people who made millions. You don't hear about those people. What will you do when the next Great Depression comes? Will you be a job taker, or will you be a job maker? Will you hope that Sugar Daddy Obama extends unemployment for another 100 weeks, or will you say, fuck you, government, I'm a man and I believe in individual liberty? What about the vaccines the globalists have used to slow kill our kids, our troops, even us? Like sheep, do you line your children up to vaccinate them with poison and toxins? You know, when I was a kid, growing up, children got 3 to 4 vaccines. Today, there's over 35 plus vaccinations. Who do you think this benefits? Does it benefit the children? Or does it benefit big pharma companies that have a monopoly on these injections and just want to keep you safe and healthy? Why not end this cycle? Why not end the cycle of medical dictatorship by keeping your children away from the deadly poison? What about the two-party system? Yeah, you know, Democrats, Republicans, they try to tell us, love to tell us, in fact, that they're fighting for the good of the people. I think we all know, especially if you're watching this film. Are you buying into the, I'm just voting for the lesser of two evils? Here's a thought. What about just rejecting evil, period? The two-party system has been designed to keep the power elite in charge. Are you playing their game? Or will you be part of a write-in election? Writing in someone like Ron Paul, who truly is representative of we the people, exposing the fraud of the two-party system. The corporate mainstream media that's owned by the same bankers that tell you to go out and shop because it's good for the economy. The same ones that said Europe would never fail, Greece is fine. And now we find out Greece is about to leave the euro. And next it'll be Italy and then Spain. But they tell you, go out and shop. Don't prepare. It's crazy to buy gold and food storage. Unplug from the mainstream media. Yesterday, it was reported that CNN, on their 9 p.m. primetime slot, had only 39,000 viewers. We are winning. People are seeking truth. Expose the corruption. Do YouTube videos. Write a blog. Put together a community newsletter. What about the food that you eat? Are you part of big agriculture and big food? Eating at McDonald's, Burger King, places that literally are poisoning your body. Cancer rates up over 1,000% in just my lifetime alone by these dangerous chemicals that are added to our food. Or are you supporting small farmers, organic companies that are putting forward real food, not garbage that's put together, pre-packaged with all kinds of byproducts, but real food, just like you would shop locally to support the local small businesses? Why not eat only at places that truly care about the land, the farmer, about you? How about educating your children? Are you putting your children in the state-run schools with federal mandates like No Child Left Behind? A school system that has all but failed our children. An absolute disaster by every standard, caring more about the teachers' unions and more about teacher tenure than actually what children really even learn. And what do they learn? Just propaganda. Propaganda about our founding fathers. Propaganda about a living and breathing constitution. Propaganda that a strong executive, powerful president is what makes everything better and is what we need, especially in a time of crisis. Even our universities today, unless you're learning a trade, something that you could actually do and a service that you could put forward, I hate to break it to you, but getting a degree in Native American pottery isn't probably going to land you a job in the new economy. The next 20 years will be nothing like the last 20 years. What about taxes? Many advocate for more taxes because they say, well, tax the rich. Unfortunately, they don't realize that we're not talking about the 1% of 1% wealthy elite banksters that run the government. No, they're talking about the small business owner that has busted his ass trying to create jobs, trying to build a better product, a better idea. Instead of wanting to confiscate his wealth, why not look up to him and model him? That's what we used to value as Americans. Now they want to take from them, tax from them to give to those that are not willing to take the same steps, work as hard. Do you want to be part of financing a government that is criminal with unjust wars all over the country? Imagine the power of 10 to 20 million Americans standing up and saying, I will not pay my taxes if we continue to kill millions around the world, if we continue to fund illegal wars, if we continue a corrupted educational system. There is power in numbers, power in people coming together. What about arms? Arming yourself. When that EPA worker comes on your property, it's your property right. Taking a stand against the corruption. Our founders didn't have a Second Amendment for hunting reasons because they wanted to make sure people could go out and hunt and go duck hunting or go deer hunting like the left or like the propagandists in the mainstream media try to tell us. Our founders understood that a government that feared the people would ensure liberty, but if the people feared the government, that would ensure tyranny. What about you? What are you doing? It's interesting, they always talk about the 99% and the 1%. Multiple studies show that about 3 to 4% are actually thinking, are thinkers. Think about their life. Think about what they want to do. Think about how they could improve themselves. The rest are mindless sheep, just listening to the propaganda, doing as they are told. Are you thinking? Are you helping people to become thinkers? It is time now more than ever before that we take a stand. we educate friends and family. But in order to change friends and family and change our communities and change our states, we must change ourselves. We must take the action and say no to the big mega banks. We won't bank there. We won't save in your fiat slavery currency. We won't eat at your polluted restaurants and fast food chains. We won't shop at your stores. That's the example that we can send as real patriots in this liberty movement. As real patriots that want to ensure freedom and ensure that our Bill of Rights and our Constitution are upheld, are fought for, and that the principles and values of our Bill of Rights, of our founders, continue for future generations. Share this video, comment on this video, favorite this video. Thank you for watching.